What's up, everyone? This is Will with DisneyInfinity.tv and the Disney Infinity Fans Forum. I'm sitting here with John Blackburn and Mr. John Vignocchi. How are you guys doing today?
We are doing very well, actually.
We are doing great.
Yes.
Doing great. Why are you doing so great?
To be honest with you, Will, it's the energy of everyone around here. Like all the different Toy Box artists that we brought from all over the world that has made this all worth it. Like I definitely know he and I are both running on E right now. But we're keeping the energy up because the energy in the room for 2.0 is so huge right now.
Right. Can you tell me a little bit about the idea of the Toy Box and how it came to be? I mean, what inspired this event for the community?
So, I mean, two pretty different questions. What inspired the event was just the sheer fact that we'd had so many responses to the weekly contest that we've been running on Toy Box TV. So they were awesome. I mean, we were just absolutely astounded by what people were creating, and we were like, man, it would be awesome to get all these people together in one place. I mean, we were calling it, kind of like Infinicon was kind of what we were thinking. And so, but that was kind of the genesis. The idea was, hey, let's get all the new features that we've got out, to these guys first.
Let's do something for the fans.
Yeah,
and that was kind of the thing. I mean, what's interesting about Toy Box TV is that we actually don't put any marketing muscle behind that. That is all organic,
really?
In terms of how it's grown and how it's become kind of what it is today. Granted, it's not the biggest thing in the world, but people watch it and seem to really enjoy it, and we really care about nurturing our community and our fan base. And so, we had originally approached John and said we want to do something for all of our fans out there, like this Infinicon idea or some sort of thing where everyone gets together. Let's do a tour Avalanche or who knows. And I think we're 6x over budget.
But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that, John's make sure that everyone that comes out here has an awesome time. And so I think our team that has helped put this together has hopefully done just that.
It sounds like it. I mean, the response from everyone here has just been amazing, and it seems like they're having a lot of fun. So, and I would imagine it's kind of interesting to, a lot of these people are the Toy Box masters, right? I mean, they spend so much time in here, and kind of going off that organic thing, it seems like the things we're going to be seeing here and learning here is really going to kind of spread to the community and hopefully do some of that heavy lifting before the game even launches for you.
Well, so we've got the 5 people that we've hired from the community that are here, and so they're kind of helping everybody who's coming into this.
Mentors.
They're the mentors, right? But the thing is we went through this deck of here's all the new stuff in the Toy Box, and it's it goes on and on and on, and they got to the point where they had talked about it so much they had to drop 6 slides, right? Because
right.
Only 6.
There was still a ton more stuff to tell.
The other 40 slides still made it in.
And so the cool thing is that there is a lot to learn, but we're really hoping that what they do learn does come out and is there on day one, for everybody else to see.
And the fact of the matter is, all these guys are, and everyone watching right now, hi everybody, and thank you. I mean, you guys are all our ambassadors for what Disney Infinity is all about. And so we want to make sure that we're delivering on the tools that you guys want, we're delivering on the characters that you guys want, and we're delivering on the experience that you guys want. And so part of this is making sure that also the game is up to snuff before we go to our final release. Even at dinner last night, we were talking about things like the twins from Spain had brought up, how they wanted, there's only 120 ASCII characters that you can put inside of a text box. Can you make that more? At least as much as a tweet, man, right? And then our tech director's that's such an easy change, And so it's things like that that we're also hearing right now, right, which is a great kind of last-minute check in the run-up to launch.
Totally. I mean, it's the two-way communication's there, right? But sometimes just by the nature of social media, there's a disconnect that you can't help, and you're literally hearing it straight from the horse's mouth while they're here, and that's got to be a great kind of either validation for you or oh, that's a great idea we didn't think about, let's see what we can make happen. So.
I think it's both, but it's also the degree with which they're saying it. If it's social media, JB's getting a tweet, he doesn't really know if it's really serious, right, or it's hey, this is a huge problem.
That's right. This is totally you making fun of me. It's we have these discussions where I'm hey, everybody's saying that they want Mulan in the game, and then John's who's everybody? Is that 10 people on Twitter, or is that? And I'm well, maybe it is 10 people, but that probably represents a really big amount of people in the grand scheme of things. So, yeah. Anyway,
that's interesting. That's great.
So we're hearing it right from everybody who actually plays a lot of the games.
Yeah. So
they get a bigger vote.
Right.
yeah. Don't listen to me. No.
So this has got to be a great, exciting time for you guys. I mean, we're on the cusp of launching this game that you guys have been working on for such a long time. There's lots of information that's been released, and it's a balancing act, right, of what you say when.
And what retailers leak before we can even say it.
Or that's your favorite, right? I mean,
Thanks,
I'm sure
guys.
those Monday mornings are just great.
You can totally see, too. I'm like, yeah, I know. Yes. Anyway.
Right. So I guess for you guys, there's still a few questions. I mean, lots of it's going to be what's in the game, and we'll find that out eventually. But I think there's still a little bit unknown about the launch. So there's a few different SKUs, and they've been mentioned here and there. I was just wondering if maybe, so we know about a Disney specific SKU, right? That's a toy box.
The Disney Starter Pack.
Disney Starter
retailers again.
Yeah.
I think we make the formal announcement next week, and I'm not sure when this video is running, but it might be next week. It might be in the future right now. So if we are in the future, we probably will have at this point announced our Disney Infinity Toy Box Starter Pack, or as inaccurately reported, it was a Disney Originals Starter Pack, which is not what it is. It's the Disney Infinity Toy Box Starter Pack. So that actually is going to come out, I believe it's November 4th. That will contain Merida and Stitch, as well as a tower defense game that's Stitch's Tropical Rescue. It's kind of the Disney side of the Assault on Asgard.
Okay.
And then we've got the Brave Forest Siege, which is a dungeon crawler, and that's kind of the Disney side of the Escape the Kiln that you see inside the Marvel Starter Pack.
Okay.
So that particular version of Disney Infinity is just the Toy Box 2.0 software, those two characters, and those two Toy Box games.
Okay.
And again, that will be in November. So we're going to have the Marvel content come out in September, so we can let all the Marvel fans in and all the big Disney Infinity fans in early in September. Let that content breathe, and then right around the holidays, for $59.99, so a cheap price point, because it doesn't come with the playset. In the case of Disney Infinity Marvel Superheroes, it's the Avengers playset.
Right.
So this particular Disney starter pack, this Toy Box starter pack, just come with those two characters, the Toy Box software, and two Toy Box games.
Does it come with the base?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Comes with the base.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does that lend to the idea of the Pyramid Disc and the Avengers playset, since it's its own starter pack? Are those going to be available separately as well?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. So the answer is yes.
Okay.
So on November 4th, we will bring the Avengers playset out at retail. It will be Iron Man, Black Widow, and the Avengers playset piece, and Thor will then begin to be sold as a single IGP figure that you can pick up. So for people that are not necessarily Marvel fans or more Disney fans, they can get into the Disney Infinity ecosystem using this Disney Infinity Toy Box Starter Pack, and then if they want to expand their playset experience right then and there with the Marvel playsets that we've announced, they're going to be able to pick up Avengers separately. Of course, Spider-Man will already be available separately, as well as Guardians.
Okay, great. The Pyramid Disc, are those sold separately as well, since they are part of the starter packs?
So initially, go ahead. I've been answering all those questions.
No, you're totally good.
Okay, so the way this works is that initially the Toy Box game discs will be exclusive to the two starter packs that they come into. However, right around that same time frame, the holiday time frame, we will be releasing the Toy Box game discs for Marvel and for Disney separately. Okay. Now, they will actually be sold in bundles of two. So you'll have the Assault on Asgard as well as Escape the Kiln Toy Box games sold as an individual package, and then Stitch's Tropical Rescue and Brave Forest Siege also sold as a separate package.
Perfect. So it really does seem like you're giving the player, whoever that may be, the diehard Infinity fan or maybe just the casual Disney fan, the opportunity to get the game and play it how they want to play it. So am I correct in saying that each one of these versions has the capability that the other has? It's just you have to purchase those pieces. And what I'm actually getting at is there's a digital toy box only version of the game. And so can you tell me a little bit about that, the digital side of 2.0?
So yes, you know, I mean, we wanted, given that we're in the future again, we really wanted to be able to make it so that if somebody already had a base, didn't necessarily want to purchase that again, there was an easy way for them to get that. So at the same time that Toy Box Pack comes out, the digital downloads will be available as well. So you can go onto any of the online marketplaces for any of the big consoles, go ahead and download that. But you know, it's obvious you're going to have your own hardware and all that stuff. But because all of the, you know, the different play sets and the different figures are out there, kind of a la carte at that point in time, you can really go, you know, kind of mix and match however you want to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, to be honest with you, Will, and for everyone that's watching right now. What's difficult about this is that in trying to be all things to all people and create all permutations that you can to make some able to get into Infinity, you do these things like, yep, you've got a Marvel starter pack and that comes with a playset. Yep, you've got a Disney Toy Box starter pack and that comes with 2 Disney characters if you're only the Disney fan. And geez, for those of you on 1.0 that don't want to go and get a new base, we're going to need a solution for that. Okay, how are we going to do that? Let's do this digital only version. So like John had said, it'll be November 4th. We'll put that out there. So Xbox Live Marketplace, PlayStation Network, and the Nintendo Shop will all have these digital versions. They'll be available for $19.99, I believe it is. And so that will be for existing Xbox 360 users. They'll be able to use their 1.0 base on Xbox 360. PlayStation 3 users going to PlayStation 3 users will be able to download and play on PlayStation 3. Wii U users will be able to download on Wii U, and then the base unit that comes with Wii U as well as PS3 is compatible with PS4. So if there's any players out there that are Wii U or PS3 players that may have upgraded to a PS4, they're going to be able to use their existing 1.0 base. Wii users, yes. So Wii U, PlayStation 3 users can all use their existing base in a PlayStation 4, or Wii or Wii U users to PS3, or PS3 users to Wii U.
Speaking of permutations,
yeah,
in case you didn't quite get
I know, right? Like I've drawn this grid so many different times. We've explained it to first party, but that's the thing. I mean, so the answer, we tried no matter what to be able to make sure that the answer was yes for our fans out there.
The one hiccup in here is that the Xbox One, there was a new piece of hardware actually in the Xbox One that was called the security chip. It was in there, so that was a new one, so we really couldn't support that.
And that's Microsoft. It has nothing to do with Infinity.
Yeah. In fact, I mean, all of the Xbox 360 accessories, you'll notice, are not compatible with Xbox One. It's not just Infinity. So there won't be a digital version available for Xbox One, unfortunately. But as the Infinity platform grows and evolves, we're definitely looking at hopefully supporting that in the future.
Right. That's really exciting. Right. I'm about done. Is there anything else that you guys have specific, maybe other unknowns out there that people ask a lot that maybe you'd like to get to the community? Because mine are pretty specific gameplay stuff, which is not really.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank right now. As far as like, hey, this is our 15th interview. Here's the fun fact I've never shared.
Okay, so for all the Disney Infinity fans out there, here's some stuff that a lot of you guys ask. We've unveiled the first 3 characters for Wave 2 of Marvel. Those are the 3 villains we unveiled at Comic-Con: Loki, Green Goblin, and Ronan. A lot of you guys have been asking, are there more Marvel characters coming? The answer is yes. Additionally, a lot of people know other Disney characters that may be coming in the pipeline that may be based on amazing new animated films coming this holiday. Be on the lookout for those, but there are also additional Disney characters that have not been announced and have not been leaked that will be coming as well, that will be part of 2.0, so stay tuned for that as well.
I was going to do like my Yoda. Yes, there is another. But then people think we're doing Star Wars. So
right,
so we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Just to piggyback on that, and I can edit this piece out if it's not, are there any more play sets coming?
So here's the interesting thing. We're always looking at adding additional content to Disney Infinity. One of the things that we wanted to do this year was actually emphasize all of our Toy Box community designers that we just hired, the 5 new people that we just hired, to begin creating content using all of the new tools inside the Toy Box that can, I mean, you probably saw some of the stuff today. I mean, they almost feel like standalone games themselves, like playset experiences. And so we want to make sure that for characters that we release that are toy box only, that there's going to be content out there. And one of the fun things that we're talking about is going through and recreating the first level of Aladdin from the Genesis version that Aladdin and Jasmine could play in the toy box. So that's something the guys are going to look at doing, or something it's inspired by, I should say. Things like that, though, and an adventure that Mickey and Donald can go on to. So maybe it's not necessarily an entire playset, but given how sophisticated the new tools are inside of the toy box, we believe that these community designers that we've hired, and people out there that are watching right now, are going to be able to create content that's going to rival some of the playset content that we've made. So we're excited to see how people actually kind of digest all of that content and play with it.
Well, I just want to give kudos. My favorite part of one was play sets. After seeing what's possible here this weekend, I am most excited about the content that's going to be in the toy box. And not content I'm making, but content that you and the team are making just in the toy box. And I was like, yeah, the play sets will be fun, and it gives me a lot of things that I can play with, but I just can't wait to see what these guys are able to make with the toy box.
Yeah,
so
cool.
That's great.
We think two other things that Disney Infinity fans are going to love. It's going to be a lot of people are asking if there is an ultimate unlock for 2.0, and the answer is yes. People are also, those of you that are familiar with the Dragon's Gate, are wondering if there will be an unlock similar to that. The answer is yes.
Magic Command or just similar?
So,
okay.
I won't talk about how it's unlocked.
Gotcha.
But I will say
the first one was a surprise, right?
That there is additional content similar to Dragon's Gate.
Great.
What else? Any other kind of nuggets of information that's fun for our super fans that are watching right now?
I don't know. I'm just fixated on like the power discs right now.
My anger about the power discs. Well, I wanted it to be a surprise, and the events team put them all out. So, yep, we've got costume changes for the 1.0 characters. So you saw Cursed Jack Sparrow, you saw Santa Claus. In fact, I think you and I have a bet, and you're going to have to make good on that bet.
I'm going to. I'll make sure you and everyone else knows when that's going to happen. So I made a bet. That would teach me from saying things on the internet, because it's truth then.
Yep.
Especially if it's early enough for us to actually act.
I know, right?
Yeah. And then you've seen, we've got costume change discs for some of the new Disney characters as well, right? Like Donald has his Three Musketeers costume change. Aladdin has one as well. Yeah. So I think that's a lot of fun. We definitely have team-ups. I'm sure there'll be videos of the team-ups up next week or in the future.
The events are pretty sweet too.
Yeah, like King Louie's
Monkeys
is one that was real fun. So yeah.
Zeus's Lightning.
Zeus's Lightning's cool. Maleficent's Dragon Breath, that's cool. Or Dragon, I should say. That one was really cool. And then the combinations.
I mean, that's just Disney stuff. There's a ton of these from Marvel.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like in the Marvel side, even more fun, right? It's
Helicarrier Strike.
Yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so cool. So yeah, I mean, we think that you guys are going to have a total blast with this. We hope you guys have a blast with this. As much fun playing as we did making it.
Awesome. So we're almost at launch. What, if you could sum it up, what are you most excited come September 23rd in the US and September 15th in the UK? What are you most excited about with the game launching?
I guess fan response.
Yeah.
It's always gratifying to see it on the shelf. Like, I mean, no matter how many years I've been making games, it's so awesome to see it actually on the shelf.
I can't wait to see the combinations. I can't wait to see the internet explode with Hulk versus Tinkerbell and Maleficent and Venom teaming up and all the different crazy combinations and stuff that we haven't even shown in our marketing materials that you guys out there come up with. I think that's going to be such a riot, to see all those different kinds of things.
Well, I know we're all excited, and Jim, I thank you so much for not only putting on the summit for the community, but taking a few moments to talk with me.
Yeah,
it's been great.
Thanks Disney Infinity fans. Thanks Disney Infinity TV.